A few days ago, I went over my Crunchyroll anime picks for the year at their awards ceremony. Today, I'm going to do something a little different, but not far off. So, Anime Trending, which is they're really big on Twitter. They let you pick polls every week. They have a Anime of the Year awards ceremony as well. They have 30 categories, including 2 for Anime of the Year. So, I thought it'd be really fun to go through all of these and tell you what I would pick for these. And I'll say to start it off, their nominees are much, much better. Now, I haven't seen all of them, but from what I've seen, they're far better. Now, they do a lot better job of listening to the general public, what they would pick. So, that's a great thing. Crunchyroll doesn't do that very often. They do. So, will it change some of my opinions from Crunchyroll? Will they have fixed the wrongs from that? We'll see. So, let's get right into it. So they split it up into a few different categories. We have character awards, aspect awards, theme song awards, genre awards, and voice acting awards, as well as top anime awards. Now we're going to save the top anime awards for the end. So we're going to start with character awards and work our way through them. So for the first category here is Anime Boy of the Year. Now there is a lot of nominees here, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm going to point out some of my favorites here. So we have Ijo Rintaro from The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really, Really Love You. Lloyd Forger from Spy Family. Brutus from Mushoku Tensei. Ichikawa from The Dangers in My Heart. They gave Dangers in My Heart the nominees that they desperately needed in the Crunchyroll ones. Glad to see they're both here. Both the Buddy Daddy guys, glad to see they're here. I think they deserve it. The Amane from The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. Glad to see he's here. Aqua from Oshinoko. Yeah, there's a bunch more. Now, those are the ones that from shows I watched or that I think really deserve to be here. Now, I'm not saying that any of the others are bad choices. They just are ones I've not watched or ones that I don't have strong feelings for. So I think this is a pretty good nominee list. As for who I'd pick, this is tough. I'm split between a few. So we have the comedy aspect, which is, you could argue, he is the best, like, Chad of the year with Rentaro. I kind of want to pick him, but then again, I don't think I want to pick Lloyd because Lloyd was great in season 1, and he's great in season 2, but I don't think he shines like the way Yor does with season 2. So I'm not going to pick him. As for everybody else, I think I'm going to pick Ichikawa from The Dangers of My Heart. I think that will be my pick for this one. Next up is the best girl of the year. Now this is going to be tough because just looking at all this, there is some heavy hitters here. So we have Kana from Oshinoko, and I can see Akane is down there as well as Ruby. So we got all 3 of them. No I. Which I know these are based on the character polls they do. And I only was up there for like 1 week. So fair. Yor is here. I'm glad she's here. Desperately needed to be here. Anya's here as well. We have Fitz, which is Sylphie from Mushoku Tensei. We have Sheena from The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. Yamada from The Dangers in My Heart. Kubo from Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend. So that's a good one. These are tough. This is a good list. This is a really good list. As for who I'd pick, we also have both girls from The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady. I probably wouldn't have put them on here, but I know they're really popular. I prefer Yuri as my job over that one, but it is what it is. As for who I'd pick here, it is a tough call between Yamada and Yor. If I had to pick, this is tough. I'm gonna go. I don't remember who I picked for my overall ranking because I do an award thing. So I tell you what, at this moment, I'm gonna do Yor because I think Yor really did a great job in season 1 or season 2 of Spy Family, and Yamada is gonna have a. She's really doing great for this season already this year. So she is going to be a threat for this year. So I'm going to give it to Yor for 2023. Couple or ship of the year. Now this is a tough one. So I'm just going to list off the anime they're from. So we have The Angel Next Door, The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess, Tomo-chan. Odd that Tomo and him got on here. Lloyd and Yor, glad they're here. We have 2 of the 100 Girlfriends. We have Rudis and Sylphie. I think they deserve to be here. We have 3 from 100 Girlfriends. So the only ones that missed out were the latest 3. We have the Dangers of My Heart couple. I'm glad they're here. I'm not gonna pick them, but I'm glad that the couple from The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses are here. I thought they were really underrated. Insomniacs After School. I'm glad they're here. I'm glad that they're here. I don't think I'm going to pick them, but I'm glad they're here. So this one's tough because I'm kind of split between 2. The Angel Next Door, Spoils Me Rotten. That was a great one. And The Dangers in My Heart. I think I'm going to go with The Dangers in My Heart. I think they're just, which maybe that's recency bias. Maybe that's recency bias. But there were some great moments in season 1, so I'm gonna give it to them. Okay, here's one. I forgot about this one. Best Supporting Boy of the Year. Okay, so we have Damien Itsuki from Angel Next Door, Frankie from Spy Family. Glad he's here. Some interesting choices here. Not a whole lot that I know, not from ones that I watch. Moichiro from Demon Slayer. You know what? I think I'm gonna pick him. He was great for the Swordsmith Village arc. I'm gonna pick him. No really question there. I think I like him. Best Supporting Girl of the Year. Now this one. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. So we have Kana from Oshinoko, Akane from Oshinoko, Jisote from The Angel Next Door, Carol and Mizuzu. That's hard to pronounce for me. My accent does not allow me to say that very well. Mitsuri from Demon Slayer and Becky from Spy Family. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. You know what? I'm going to be a wild card pick here. I'm going to pick Carol. I'm going to pick Carol from Tomo-chan as a Girl. She really had some great moments. One of the most underrated characters from last year. I'm going to give it to her over Kana, over Akane, over Mitsuri. Honestly, the only one that I was debating between was Carol and Becky. I think Becky was really good in season 2. So it was between them 2, but I'm going to give it to Carol. Next up here, we're going to get into the Aspect Awards. These are the more kind of technical awards, and I think there can be some interesting choices here because I think Crunchyroll The problem with their awards is that they picked about 5 anime they really liked and they thought people would really like, and they put them on all of their awards, which they deserve some of them, but some of them they missed out on some incredible series that should have won awards, but they weren't even nominated. So I'm glad that here even I'm seeing there's at least 10 nominated per category. So I'm glad to see this. So let's get on into it. First up is Best in Adapted Screenplay. So we have, let me see here. This is a tough one as well. But I think what I'm going to do, this is tough. Because on one hand, I really like Oshinoko. Oshinoko was great. It was handled very well, especially that early stuff. But on the complete opposite side, the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really, Really Love You, they knocked it out of the park. But then again, Oshinoko did have to adapt some really tough scenes, and they did it really well. Obviously, I've not watched Jujutsu Kaisen, so if that's what you would have picked, or Vinland Saga, 100%, I understand that. I've also not watched Heavenly Delusions, which I really want to, but I haven't yet. I'm going to give it to Oshinoko. Best in Animation. Oh, it's here. The Idolmaster Cinderella Girls U149. Yeah. If you don't know, and most of you don't know what this is one of my favorite anime from last year. I just got into the Idolmaster series, and this is a really good little charming series. Is it best for animation? Probably not, but I'm very glad it was nominated. As for who I would pick here, these are some interesting choices. And honestly, I'm shocked Chainsaw Man's not here. Onimai is here. It's well animated. Out of these, I'm gonna give it to Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer had some really good animation. Even though I'd love to pick Onimai or Idolmaster Girls, Demon Slayer had some really good animation this season, and I'm not gonna tell it no on that. But Idolmaster Girls is a close second, in my opinion. Best in Character Design. Now this is tough because you gotta, in my opinion, you have to look at the source material and compare it to what they adapted it to. And if they're able to adapt it very well, then I think that is good for character design. Because I don't want to give character design award to somebody who the characters look better in the manga. So I think if they look really good on screen, you've nailed it. And this one's pretty easy for me. Oshinoko. I looks great. They created iconic characters, and obviously they already existed, but they made them look great. And I think no question there. Best in Original Screenplay. Okay, so these are ones that are completely brand new. Nothing to go off of. And the Love Live series is here. Yohane is here. I'm not going to pick it. I have issues with that series. But Buddy Daddies is here, and I really liked Buddy Daddies. So I'm going to pick Buddy Daddies on that one. Other the rest of them, good. I haven't watched a whole lot of these. 16 Minute Sensation is one that I really want to watch. Overtake looks great. Mobile Suit Gundam. I really am trying to avoid getting into the Gundam series because I'm afraid I'll become obsessed with that. And Birdie Wing, I really want to get into that as well. Same with Bang Dream. So all of these are deserving of this. Maybe not Love Live. I think that was quite bad. But the rest of these, from all that I've heard, really deserve to be here. Best in Sceneries and Visuals. This is a good one. Jujutsu Kaisen's here. Vinland Saga, Heavenly Delusion, Skip and Loafer, My Happy Marriage. I haven't seen any of these. Not saying that they're bad, not saying that I wouldn't watch these. A lot of these I have in my watch list, but I just haven't got around to them yet. I'm going to go off what I've seen. So I'm going to go with Zom 100 because I think that series looks really well in visuals. Best in soundtrack. This one is an interesting one. I think they're missing a few here, and I don't think there's any that I would like say it's a shame they're not here. I just think you could have added a few extra here, but out of the ones here, this one's tough. Because I do listen to a lot of soundtracks, even if I don't really watch them yet, because I just enjoy that. I've not watched any of Jujutsu Kaisen because I'm trying not to be spoiled of it. I did listen to some of Rising of the Shield Hero, though. Never listened to any of Vinland Saga. Did listen to Spy Family, though, and they had some really good tracks on that one. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Spy Family. Best in Voice Cast. Oh, boy. Okay, so I went on a rant about it in the Crunchyroll Awards, and maybe we'll have to go on another rant here in a minute. But Sally here is in Tomo-chan as a Girl. It is nominated, and I'm going to pick it simply because I believe Sally is an incredible voice actress who was able to do the voice of both the sub and the dub of Carol. And in my opinion, it was a fantastic performance on both ends, and I'm going to commend her for it, and I'm going to move along. Also, Ri Takahashi is nominated for both. She's in both Oshinoko and Tomo-chan, and the only reason I would have voted for Oshinoko over that is because of her, and since she's in both, then I don't feel bad. So, Tomo-chan is a girl on for that one, simply because of Sally with Carol. Next up, Best in Episode Directing and Storyboard. Oh boy. Man, I'm really glad they nominated Idolmaster once again for the episode. What's the difference between grown-ups and kids? A lot of people don't really give a show like Idolmaster a chance because, for one, it's an idol anime, and for two, especially with U419, it is about elementary school girls that have become idols. And yeah, it's funny to be like, well, it's for the people that want all their lollies and everything. I don't think that's the case with this. There's very little fan service. There's really no fan service for this one. So, and they deal with some really interesting topics with this as well. And I think it was a really good series. Now, I'm gonna give it to Ego Surfing with Oshinoko because that is a fantastic episode with Akane. But I'm really glad Idolmaster is here. I'm really glad it's here. Next up is the Theme Song Awards. So first up is the opening theme, and there's a lot here. But as I mentioned with the Crunchyroll one, to me it is no question. Idol gets it for Oshinoko. It was amazing, and that's about it. It deserves every award it gets because it was fantastic. And the same goes for the ED with Mephisto, with Queen Bee, with Oshinoko. It was fantastic. I believe they knocked it out of the park with both the OP and ED for that series. Next up is the Genre Awards. This is going to be interesting because this is where I went on my rant in the Crunchyroll Awards. First up is the Action or Adventure Anime of the Year. This one, some good choices here. Buddy Daddies is here. Spy Family's here. I think if I was to watch stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen, I think I'd probably pick it. But I did not. And I'm going to go with Spy Family. Because as in terms of an action adventure series, Spy Family. If this was a different award, I would give it to something else. Magical Revolution is here again. It was nominated for quite a lot. I know it was popular, but I didn't know it was that popular. Comedy Anime of the Year. Ooh, now these are some good picks here. Tomo-chan, a really good pick there. 100 Girlfriends, a really good pick. Onimai, a really good pick. I don't think Konosuba and Explosion on This Wonderful World quite lives up to the main series. Actually, I just don't. But I do think it deserves to be nominated. It did have some funny moments. Buddy Daddies is here. In terms of funny, maybe not. Spy Family was very funny. This is tough. In terms of just pure funniness, I'm going to give it to the 100 Girlfriends. I really liked that, and I think it's very funny. So, close second would have been Tomo-chan. Third, I'd probably give it to Onimai. Next up is Drama Anime of the Year. So this one, Oshinoko. In terms of drama, Oshinoko. But Buddy Daddy's has been nominated for a lot of these, and if it's in the if it's in the slice of life category, I'll probably vote for it. Considering that they probably won't nominate a lot of stuff in that because neither did Crunchyroll. Maybe they do, but we'll see. Fantasy Anime of the Year. Now, I probably would have given this if it was nominated. I probably would have given this to the I'm in Love with the Villainess, but the Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess, the Genius Young Lady, is nominated once again. I don't really like that series, and I have issues with it, especially the anime. I think the manga, or not the manga, is it a manga? Light novel? I don't know. I haven't got into it much. But I've heard it's better. I've heard it keeps going, so I do want to get into that because personally, I just don't like how the series ended. I think it was very, very sloppy. So while I do really like Yuri Anime a lot, I think this is not one of my favorites here. As for the rest of these here, I'd probably give it to Mushoku Tensei. I'm not finished with it yet, but I kind of stopped for a little bit. But what I've seen is very good. I don't really want to give it to Konosuba. And the rest of these I have not watched. I don't watch a lot of fantasy anime. It's not my go-to. Alright, next up, Music Anime of the Year. Oh boy, I finally have a reason to pick the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls U419. Now, Love Live's here again. Not going to vote for it. I thought it was bad. I thought it is the worst Love Live series we've ever gotten. And we're also, I'm glad it's here, and I'm glad we didn't get two of them because it would have split the votes. But I think there should have been the other Idolmaster, the Million Live. I think that also deserved to be here over Love Live probably, but I'm glad it's not because I think it would have split votes between it and Cinderella Girls. Mystery or Psychological Anime of the Year. Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, so I'm not going to vote in this one, and I'll tell you why. Because Oshinoko has mystery elements in it, and it has psychological elements. Actually, I'm going to vote for that one. But the other ones here definitely could beat Oshinoko. If it was just mystery, wouldn't be Oshinoko. But because it said psychological, I'm going to give it to that. Romance Anime of the Year. Okay, this is tough. We got The Girl That I Like Forgot Her Glasses. I'm glad it's here. Another showing for Magical Revolution. Interesting. Insomniacs After School. Glad it's here. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. That was great. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really, Really Love You. I am going to give it to The Dangers in My Heart. It was the best in terms of a romance series, in my opinion. Sci-fi or mecha anime of the year. Now, I don't watch a whole lot of this, so I've not watched any of these actually. So I'm going to skip this one, but everything here looks good in my opinion that I've heard, so I have no opinions on this one, but no issues either. But the next one, Slice of Life Anime of the Year. Oh boy. So, a few thoughts. Buddy Daddies is here, and I'm going to vote for Buddy Daddies for what is here. So, I am happy that The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is here, because especially the first season. The second season will get into more romance. Still a lot of slice of life, but it deserves to be here. Now, Horimiya, I have not watched it, but a lot of you told me that it is very slice of life oriented in the second season of The Missing Pieces. So, I'm going to let it go. Also, Tomo-chan is a girl, I'm going to let it go because it's about 50-50. However, I don't like that Insomniacs After School is here. And I get it. It does have slice of life elements. So I get why it's here. But what I'm trying to say is this is why I really like Insomniacs After School, but I'm not going to vote for it in this category. Also, I'm kind of defending my position in the Crunchyroll video. So Insomniacs After School is a very heavy anime, in my opinion. For me, slice of life is not heavy. Slice of life is kind of you have moments to where you're not thinking a lot. It's just general day flow. Insomniacs After School, you're kind of dealing with some heavy topics, especially with the insomnia, and then you have the stuff going on with her. So to me, I was always wrapped up in this story. I never let the events flow with me, because that's, to me, slice of life is you're taking a slice out of someone's life and you're just experiencing it. It's not we took a slice out of the most important part of their life. No, it's just a part of their life. Which I guess Buddy Daddies, you're taking the most important part, but I think you're taking elements that are very slice of life with that. Obviously, it's action, obviously, it's adventure, but I think that really fits slice of life, in my opinion. Insomniacs After School, I feel like it's more of a drama. That's just my opinion. That obviously I can be proven wrong. It's just my opinion. If you don't agree, that's fine. And actually, just talking about it, I've convinced myself to vote for The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. Well, I can vote for two, so I'm going to vote for them too. So a lot of these you actually can vote for two, which is, I like that. So if you go through them and you want to vote for two, well, you can. I'm going to vote for one on all of them except for this one, because I'm slice of anime, so I can vote for two. Who cares? Sports Anime of the Year. Once again, I've not watched any of these. There are two here that I have on my watch list that I'm going to watch very soon, which is Birdie Wing and Overtake. I've not watched them though, so I'm going to skip this pick. I'm not going to vote for anything. Supernatural Anime of the Year. Have I watched any of these? I have not. So, I don't watch a lot out of my category, but everything here looks good. I don't see anything missing from this category. So, it all looks good to me, but I've not watched any of these, so I'm going to skip this one. Next up is the Voice Acting Awards. We have first up the Male Awards. Now, as I said in the Crunchyroll video, I'm not going to try to pronounce any of these names because I will do it wrong, most likely. If I can, then I will, but if I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm not going to try and end up pronouncing them wrong. So, as for the Male Award, this is tough because I think there's a few good ones here. I'm gonna pick. I'm probably gonna go with Aqua from Oshinoko. I think he did a great job. And out of the ones here, I think that is fair. Now, all of these I think deserve to be here. There are a few I think are missing. But I know they have to narrow it down, and I don't think any of these are undeserving. For example, with the Crunchyroll Awards, they added the Aaron voice actor for the part 1 of Attack on Titan, I don't think he deserves to be there. Not any offense to the actor, but I don't think he deserves to be there for part 1. Now, I don't know where their cutoff was for these guys. I think it covers the entire year. The only thing they don't count is if there was any anime that, like, anime that started in fall and are still going into spring or winter. Those don't count. They'll be on next year's. So Attack on Titan's not doing that, so I don't know why Aaron's voice actor is not here. I think he deserves to be here if it was. But I'm going to go with the Aqua for that one. Best female voice acting performance. Well, this is easy. We have Sally here as Carol from Tomo-chan. As I've stated, she is incredible, and I think she deserves this award so much. No question. Some honorable mentions, though. Suzume, I'm not going to try to pronounce the names, and Akane from Ocean no Ko, both were great. Yor was also great, so all of them deserve to be here. Another showing from the Magical Revolution. I'm not hating on these awards, but I'm hating on that anime. So, that's just my opinion. Finally, we have the Anime of the Year award. So, we're going to do Movie of the Year first. We're going to go to Movie of the Year, then we're going to go to Anime of the Year. Now, I think they're missing one movie that I think deserves to be nominated. I don't think it would have won, but I think it deserves to be nominated. Now, don't get me wrong. This nomination list is far, far better than the Crunchyroll one. Far better. But I really wish Lonely Castle in the Mirror was here. I don't know where their cutoff was. I don't know why it's not included, but in my opinion, it really should have been. They included 9, so I think adding a 10th one in there wouldn't have been that bad. But there's a reason why, I'm sure. But to me, it should have been here. But that's just my opinion. Once again, all of these though deserve to be here. I'm glad Takuya-san is here. Kaguya, I'm glad it's here because people liked it a lot, but I wasn't a big fan. Goodbye, Donglees. That is a fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes. One of the most happy experiences that I've had. I really was on the edge of my seat that entire movie. It's a fantastic movie. Laid Back Camp, good movie. Good movie. I probably won't vote it for this, but it's here. Also, one of the 2 movies from the I don't know the English title of them, and they have it in the Japanese title, but it is the 2 movies that make into one, depending on how you watch them. They do have one of them here. It is the one that I didn't like as much as the other one, but I am glad one of them is here. But as for me, as for what I would pick, is Suzume. Suzume is one of my favorite movies of all time, anime movie-wise, and I'm glad it's here. I'm glad that it probably will win, in my opinion. I think it should. As for who I think could beat it, Goodbye Donglees, maybe Kaguya has a chance, but I think Suzume will get that. And finally, Anime of the Year. Okay, so this is tough. So, as you may have known, I gave my anime to Attack on Titan for mostly part 2. But it is not here. And once again, I don't know if that would have been considered a special and they didn't include it, if it falls into a category between like special and or movie and anime, so they didn't include it. If so, I understand. As for everything here, Spy Family's here. I'm glad it's here. 100 Girlfriends is here. Glad it's here. The Dangers in My Heart is here. Glad it's here. The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady is here. It's here. Tomo-chan is here. I think all of these are deserving. Jujutsu Kaisen is here. Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is here. So you have all the mainstays, really. The only ones I think are missing, and I don't really blame them, is Demon Slayer's not here. But it was, in my opinion, the weaker of the seasons we've gotten so far. So understandable. And Attack on Titan's not here, which I'm assuming they have a reason for that. I don't know how they grade all of these, so I understand. Um, I was more familiar with how Crunchyroll did it, and I am not 100% familiar, but I know most of their reasoning here. But I don't know that, so I'm just confused. But if they have a reasoning, I could get behind that. So, and Oshinoko is here, which is what I'm going to vote for because Oshinoko was my second anime of the year. It was in second place, and it was phenomenal, phenomenal. So, yeah, that'll be my pick there. So, overall, my opinion on this award versus Crunchyroll is that this is far, far, far better. Far better. These awards are just, they have a lot of nominees that the other one didn't. They're able to really highlight some serious, especially like with Tomo-chan with Sally. I am so confused why Crunchyroll didn't even acknowledge her, as well as Dangers in My Heart. Dangers in My Heart got nothing with Crunchyroll. Here it's nominated for like 3 or 4 things, which I think is completely reasonable. There's nothing here that I feel like is missing besides Attack on Titan. Which I know their awards fall more into line like with what I would watch, which is something I enjoy. That in interacting with them more often, I enjoy that they follow me. They don't always put Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Vinland Saga, Jujutsu Kaisen, which those are great, but I'm glad they don't always put them on top just to put them on top because it's the fan favorites. They highlight more obscure anime, which the Magical Revolution, yeah, it's not my favorite, but I'm glad they show it off. I'm really glad they show it off. So I'm just confused why Attack on Titan is not nominated for anything. Uh, if anything, I probably would have still voted for Sally, but I'm shocked Mikas's voice actor is not here because she would have put up a competition between Sally and her with for me because she sung the ED, which is a phenomenal song for the year, and that's not here as well, or she's not here as well. So, besides that, this is a phenomenal nominee list. I have no problems with it. This is their 10th year doing this, which is insane. And I just overall am very pleased with it. The awards or the polls close on February 8th, which when this goes up, this will go up on February 3rd. So you will have 5 days to still vote for your picks. The awards night is on March 10th, 2024. So if you are interested in finding out who wins these, you can come back on March 10th. I do recommend, coming and voting on these. I do recommend checking out the awards night simply because if we don't support other anime award ceremonies like this, then we're telling Crunchyroll, hey, your awards are perfect. You have no flaws. And there is flaws with theirs. And then you have guys like this guys and gals that do this, and they do a fantastic job at creating an award ceremony that is well done. They create illustrations or they have illustrations done for their awards. I think they just do a great job here, and I think we should support them if we can. So, yeah, the link will be down in the description to go vote. I suggest you do so that if you disagree with me, you can cancel out my vote or add a vote in. So, anyway, that'll do it for this episode or this award ceremony deciding thing. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe. We'll probably not do any more awards ceremony or award choosing things. These are probably the only two that I'll do for this year, but I do have some other great things on the way, so don't forget to subscribe to see them before long. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.